right, welcome everybody to Husbands Tell All. So let me introduce myself and then tell you how this came about. My name is Robin, certified nutrition specialist. And every month we have a panel of people sharing their journeys about whole food nutrition and eating well. And there's times where us women get together in private and cry and complain and stress out about the fact that it's very challenging to get the men in our lives to, as we say, behave. It's challenging. Like, we have all this whole food nutrition, we're glowing and we're feeling good, and then we're like, babe, take this. And they're like, no, what is that? I don't want that. And we just like, how could this be, right? How could this be? How can I be so healthy and then my man is doing something else? That's what women are saying when y'all are not listening. And so we decided to get a panel of men together who, some of them have come willingly, and then some of them have come, with we're gonna do this kind of a thing. So we're really excited. So tonight we're gonna hear from Alessandro, Bob, Rodney, Frank, and Nate. And so here's what we're talking about and why. We experience health challenges, if you all know. And the challenges we face in our society is that our environment is challenged, where we're breathing in toxins, and then the food that we're eating is lack of nutrients. And as a result of that, our society has some challenges when it comes to health. Most people don't realize that we need 9 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. Now, most of y'all have heard of 5 a day. So how did it go from 5 a day to 9 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables? Like, why did that happen? And it's because of the quality of the food. If you're taking all these toxins in your body, and then you are not putting in enough good stuff in your body, what's going to happen? So much toxins in, not enough out, not enough nutrients for your cells, what's gonna happen? Our cells need food, nutrients, phytochemicals in order to help us do the things we wanna do, which is to live a healthy life. So those 9 to 13 servings, where it used to be 5, is giving us added armor, because the fruits and vegetables that you get out of the store may look like fruits and vegetables, but most times it doesn't have the nutrients in there, right? So the broccoli doesn't have all the things that the broccoli used to have, and a lot of it is not vine ripened. So it's picked before the nutrition is in there. And so tonight we're gonna talk about, we're gonna hear from the husbands telling their stories, and also share with you how we found a way, an easy, convenient, affordable way to add more fruits and vegetables to our diet. Now, as you hear these stories, I want to say this to you. We are taking our fruits and vegetables in capsules or chewables. It's just fruits and vegetables. It's the pit, the peel, the seeds, ground up, water taken out, and we take them in capsules. And all of those powerful nutrients goes right into our bloodstream, and we don't have to digest it. Did I tell y'all I'm a nutritionist? I don't know if I said that. I did. Okay, cool. So over the years of dealing with clients and just seeing what's going on in society, I started to introduce these to my clients. But I would tell you, when I first heard about it, fruits and vegetables in a capsule, I was very skeptical, and I said, no way. I eat well, I don't need that. And then I realized I don't eat as well as I thought, and I do need that. But as you hear these stories, I want you to know that we're not making any claims to cure or treat any specific illness or disease. They are sharing their stories as they are for them. The body knows what to do with nutrition. It knows what to do. You don't have to tell it. It knows what to do. So you're going to hear their story. So without further ado, so Alessandro, so this is the question that I want y'all to answer as you tell your stories. One of the questions I have to ask is, did you come willingly to these plant powders? Did your wife have to twist your ear, withhold things from you that you loved, like, in order to get you to do this? What did it take to get you to say, yes, I'm going to take these fruits and vegetables in a capsule. And we'll start with Alessandro. If you could unmute yourself, and welcome to Alessandro and Rihanna. And I said I need the wives next to them in case they're not telling the truth. So Alessandro, can you let's hear it. Can we hear you?
Sure. I'm Alessandro Sanford. I live in Kansas City with my wife and family.
For now.
And so to answer that question directly, I don't remember what it was in particular that kind of got me to kind of jump on the plant powders train. But I'm like Ralph Tresvant. I'm a man with sensitivity, but I'm a man's man too, right? So I don't take frou-frou stuff. So that was probably my my reservation toward it, because it's just not stuff that manly men do. So so I gotta say, I did eventually jump on the train, and I must say, like for myself, I used to have, before I was doing the plant powders, I used to have like allergies, like moderate to severe seasonal allergies, would just have my nose running like a faucet. I don't even realize I have allergies anymore. Since I've been taking the plant powders. I've had battles with shingles before I was taking the plant powders, and that might have been probably the biggest thing that kind of tipped the scales, was having bouts with shingles. Had a prescription of antibiotics for 10 days. It was like $450. And I was like, that's ridiculous. That's crazy. And I didn't even have $450 at that time, but I had to spend it because I had to get rid of this stuff. And since I've been taking the plant powders, every year in the summer, it tries to come back. I'll see a couple of bumps and then it'll go away. So I definitely feel healthier, feel stronger. I don't have digestive issues like I used to have. I'm not susceptible to colds like I used to be. Whenever the seasons would change, I would, have a cold, going into the change of the seasons. It doesn't do that to me anymore. So I'm definitely a lot healthier. It's been great for our family and for our future, but I guess I just had to be pushed into it at some point.
You had to. So how long? So this is a question for Rihanna. How long were you taking the plant powders before you were able to get him to take them?
A year.
So you were all healthy.
We started in January of 2014, me and the kids. And then he decided to start taking it in December of that year.
And my the first obstacle for me was really finances. Like I just couldn't see the value. I know you're doing it, but if we both do it, it's twice as much. Like, no.
Got it. So
he saw the value, because you heard of the money we had to spend on a shingles thing that didn't really work that well in the first place. And he still was in pain 10 days later. So he saw the value. He saw the value in it eventually. But yeah.
Yeah. Now, do you take chewables or the capsules?
We do the capsules.
You do
and
capsules.
I've never had a problem, doing the capsules and, getting those to go down. I know some people do, but I never have.
And so it's been how long for you since you've been taking the fruits and vegetables in a capsule?
For sure, 4 years.
Four?
Yes.
5.
5?
5 years.
Okay, 5. I stand corrected. Got it. And I like I said, my immune system is strong. I drink nearly as often as I used to, and I feel good.
And you look good too, Don. You look good.
Oh, thank you, babe.
He does look good. So you were taking it a year. Took you some time to get him to comply, and now it sounds like you understand the power of this fruits and vegetables, right?
And can I add that he eats more plants now today than I do? Like, he's up on all the plant proteins. He eats tempeh and seitan and tofu like nobody's business. And so he out eats me in the area of plants now on a normal basis. So, and that did not used to be the case. So he definitely now values plant nutrition, and it's doing the body good. Let's just say that.
And I heard you say about the seasonal allergies. That, yeah, it's the power of it's fruits and vegetables, y'all. It's fruits and vegetables. And I always ask the people, what do you think would happen if you flooded your body every day with 30 raw fruits and vegetables every day? Thank you for that. We may come back to you if people have questions at the end. So let's find Bob. Thank you so much. Bob and Adrian. So Bob, so my question to you is, did you come to this willing, or did Adrian have to do some dirty trickery to get you to do this?
Well, let's say it was a little convoluted the way I got into it.
Let him come closer to the so we can hear him better.
It was a little convoluted how I got into it. Katie was on it for
4 months.
probably 4 months before I started. Okay. Well, she'd been telling me about it, and I've been researching it, looking at it, reading about it, and trying to verify that it was good. And everything I could find out, it was good. So I told her I would have a physical at Kaiser, my annual physical, and it was on my birthday, which was July 30th. And I said, I will do it for 4 months, and then I'll go back and get my blood drawn again, and we'll see what the difference is. And I did that, and I was I'm very regimented when I'm doing something. In that 4 months, I was amazed at the improvement in my metrics. And big thing was my cholesterol dropped 55 points, and I dropped 10 pounds, and I deliberately didn't change anything else I was doing. I quit taking the high priced vitamins I was taking, and just switched to the powders.
Wow.
And in those days, they only had the fruits and vegetable powders.
Got it.
So I did that for that 4 months. I went back, and I just couldn't believe the results. Plus, within a few days, I noticed my cravings had changed, and I already favored vegetarian food, and I almost went complete vegetarian at that point. Later on, I did for quite a few years, but I felt good, and
you're regular.
And I was regular, and it was almost exactly 3 years later. Eddie and I were on a long drive, and we were talking about what I had noticed about it. And one of the things she asked, said, well, what about your migraines? And I said, gosh, it's been over 3 years since I started taking it. And I used to have migraines that I'd have to lock myself in a room, no lights, no sound, nothing. And it would last like about 24 hours. And I could not do it. I was totally immovable at that point. I couldn't do anything. The pain was so bad.
Wow.
So I thought there was something really, really wrong. But since I've been taking it, I have not had a migraine.
Now that's something. How long have you been taking the plant powders? How long has it been?
Since July 30th of 1996.
Okay, that's a little while, right? 96, 20 years.
I would never give it up at this point. Just right. For the getting rid of the migraines,
right,
was huge. But my cholesterol, my weight, everything.
All of that. Well, thank you so much. Since 96, that's our mathematicians. How many years is that? Somebody tell me.
24. And
24. So that was like 24 years.
It'll be 24.
24 years. No kidding.
4 months, and if you didn't like it, you wouldn't have to take it anymore. I mean, just try it. That's all. Just try it.
So all of the women that are listening that have their significant others, just say to them, okay, honey, just try it for 4 months, and then, give me that. And that's what Bob did. And now here he is 24 years later, still taking it. That's good. Thank you. And you take capsules or you take chewables?
Well, actually, I take capsules in the morning, and the chewables are my treat in the afternoon.
I heard that. All right. Thank you so much for that. And so if at the end we have some questions, we'll come back to you. And so next, where's Rodney? Oh, there you are. So Rodney and Tammy, are you there? Can we hear you?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So the question to you, like I asked everyone else, did you come to this journey willing, or did Tammy have to threaten you with violence or taking things away, or how did this happen?
I'm easy like a Sunday morning.
Okay.
She said, try this. Mind you now, before that, Mother's Day before that, I had an ear stroke. Most people haven't ever heard of that. All the veins or nerves on this side of the right side of my head had dissipated, and I lost hearing. Was a diabetic, and was experiencing asthma-like symptoms. And so she brought this stuff in, plant-based material, and I was like, okay. And she was like, hey, would you try this? I just got this in. I was like, I'll do it. Just,
We like you. You're special.
Exactly. And so I tried it, and my doctor had, the specialist I went to go see about my ear, he said, you need a whole handful of vegetables, daily to even get your ear back to the way it was. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do that. He said, I don't know, you just need to find a way. And then she comes in the door a week later with this plant-based material, and I was like, okay, I'll try it. So I tried it, talking about being able to hear out of the ear that I couldn't hear out of before. I said, I'll take all those fruits and vegetables. And it was so easy to walk upstairs. It's like, I don't have asthma. I can hear. And later on, you know, oh yeah, another specialist diagnosed me with Parkinson's. My body hasn't shaken for just about a year now. And I have all the pills, and well, at least I had them all. Well, I still got them. I just haven't used them. And this I went to see another guy, and he said that I woke up, or I stopped breathing 68 times in one night, and so I had to have a CPAP machine. No more. I haven't had that in over a year now too. The CPAP machine's gone.
You know what's interesting is every time I talk to you, you've discovered something new, right? Because as I'm listening, I didn't know about the Parkinson's. I mean, there's so much that. And what's interesting, well, now, how long have you been taking them now? How long has it been?
A year and 2 months.
Yeah, a year and 2 months.
A year and 2 months. And it's interesting that from when you started noticing things, but now a year and 2 months later, it's like it's in your body fully, and you're discovering more and more things. Do you take the capsules or do you take the chewables?
I take the capsules. I open them up and put them in water and down them, and I'm great.
Oh, so you drink them?
I drink, yes, I drink it.
Interesting. So you know, we learned something new. Thank you so much for that, Rodney. We're gonna come back to you. I want to just make sure we can get everybody in. And I say to everybody that's listening, it's just fruits and vegetables in the highest quality. It's amazing what your body does when you give it what it needs. So thank you for that so much. I'm just moved, and it's crazy to me. All right, Frank, where's Frank? Hi, Frank, it's me, Shred.
Hi, Robin. I know he didn't call you Shred.
So the question I'll have for you is, did you come to this willingly, or did Warlicia have to do all kinds of special things to get you to comply?
No, she wasn't being special. When she first introduced it to me, I was like, oh, okay. I take it, then I stop, take it, then I stop. But then I changed my diet about a year and 2 months ago, and I found that I wasn't eating any fruits and vegetables at all. So I said, let me give this a second look, because I'm probably missing some nutrients. So, on figuring out that, hey, I need to do it, have more fruits and vegetables, so I've taken the plant powders again, and since then, I feel great, but I feel bad that I didn't get sick, because the other two guys were like feeling better, and I feel like I've been better anyway. But the only two issues I really had gone for me before I switched my diet was, my blood pressure was up definitely, and my fasting glucose was up. So now over the last 14 months, I've lost 50 pounds, and both the numbers are completely normal now. Fasting glucose is normal, and blood pressure is normal. And now she doesn't have to beat me up anymore because I take it. And I'll anticipate your next question. I take the pills, and it's kind of like my evening regimen. I take them before bed. I just take it right before bed. I take them with the water, and that's it. Just to be consistent.
All right, that's a wonderful, wonderful story, and I just love that. Actually, you're saying you take them at night because people ask,
Yeah.
take them in the morning, take them at night, and I'll say again, it's just fruits and vegetables in a capsule. It's not a multivitamin. Do y'all understand that? Because you'll look at it and it'll look like a multivitamin, but it's not, because a multivitamin is a synthetic concoction of not real nutrients. This is just fruits and vegetables, peel, the seed, the core, ground up, put into a capsule, and then there you go. So thank you for that. And then we're going to go to Nate. So, and then we'll open it up for questions. Hey, Nate.
Why am I late? Why am I last?
Well, we saved the best for last. No, that doesn't sound right. I don't know. It just, there you are. Here you are. So
you and Bernetta have been setting me up ever since I can remember. Yes, ma'am, I'm listening.
So did you come willingly to this, or did Bernetta have to?
Well, I'm married to her. So she's a vegan.
Uh-huh.
And when we got married, I wanted like prime ribs and baby backs.
Mm-hmm.
And she was giving me plant-based meatballs.
He likes them, no. Tell him you like them.
So it was a conspiracy from the beginning.
I see.
I'm currently talking to some attorneys about this. But, in all fairness, I was in pretty bad shape when I married Bernetta, and I hadn't told anybody. And she was on this health kick, and I was like a walking dead man in love. I had who had headaches with that? Who's that?
That was Bob, yeah.
Bob had the migraines. I had migraines every day, pretty much all day, and I kept it to myself. And when I would eat something, I would have a sharp pain in my stomach after I swallowed. But I had to eat, so I just bared the pain and kept going to the Wiener Schnitzel and eating the junk food and the fried okra at Church's Chicken, all the stuff that would kill you. I had a habit of it. I was just fine living in my little, sin sick world, and got married, and my wife was into all this health stuff, and so I pretty much did it because I know that she was concerned. And I thank God that she loved me, because anything she gave me, I just, so thank God it was love, because if she wanted me dead, I would have been dead by now, because I just took anything she gave me. Now, as far as the capsules, I didn't really think that was a good idea. I didn't want another capsule.
That's right. Tell the truth.
But I think the way she got me was, I had like this peach ring addiction. Yeah. And so I just really loved gummy stuff. And so I was buying like 3-4 bags of peach rings a day, and that's just all sugar, that. And so she introduced me, and I mean, she'd only know one bag, but the other 3 I ate on the run, And so when she introduced me to the gummies, I tried myself. Oh, this is pretty good. And I don't have to, because it was hard to find peach rings, and these gummies were sitting there every day.
Even though he ate the whole first bag, like
I know.
Well, nobody told me, Robin. No, you guys didn't tell me, and so I ate the bag. I mean,
I walked in the door and he's like going at the, the fruit gummies. I'm like, babe, those, you're not supposed to eat. He's like, shut up. My wife told me to eat these.
My wife told me to eat them, so mind your business, And so, no, I didn't know that you spoke, and she said eat 4?
Yes.
4? Are you kidding me? 4 bags? Yeah, okay. So I got on the gummy kick, and then eventually I was beginning to feel so much better. Over the last 4 years I've been married, I got rid of the stomach pains, the migraines. I had high cholesterol. I was borderline diabetic. I was terrible. My doctor told me, she said, the worst thing that can happen to a black man is to take diabetic medicine. And so, once I got on the gummies, it was just like an overnight, miracle. I fell in love with them, and as soon as we hang up, I'll be in the kitchen.
No, this is the thing, because when we and it's been like a year, about a year.
A year and
a half, probably.
Yeah.
I remember Renetta saying she's gonna get some more gummies, and I'm like, you just got some gummies. They're supposed to last you 4 months. What? She was like,
No.
They ate them all. I'm like, he couldn't have. Like, how? So what I want people to understand, because this is important, try to eat or try to take overdose of vitamins, right? You will be sick. But he just had fruits and vegetables. And that's the power of this nutrition is nobody has to like pump your stomach or go to the doctors or anything. It's just fruits and vegetables. Now, it is true that there is a quantity that is recommended, but clearly, if you eat the whole bag, you'll be fine.
You won't die, at least. You didn't die.
You won't die. And that's when she told me, I'm like, and so all the time, I'm like, are you ordering more chewables for Nate? She's like, yep, I'm ordering more chewables for Nate. So it is like the perfect snack nutrition. So here's what I want to do before I think.
And by the way, now he's the last order. He asked me, okay, babe, can you just go ahead and get me some gummies? I mean, some capsules.
Oh.
So now he's grown up. He's done the capsule.
A little bit.
But keep him on the
still have the gummies in the evening. So we're like, yes, it's evening snack.
That is so funny. So here's what I want to do. I want to first thank all of the husbands and the wives and the visitors that have come to hang out with us tonight. I definitely want to, because we're wrapping up on our time, but if people have questions, we want to be able to just field a couple of those. We're getting a lot of feedback. Again, I want to say a couple of choice words. Know that this is just fruits and vegetables. You heard their stories. We're not making any health claims. We're just telling you, if you flood your body with fruits and vegetables, who knows what can happen to you. They're sharing their own stories. We're not telling you how to cure or treat any disease. We're telling you if you are deficient in nutrition, this is an option, an easy way for you to get and bridge the gap between what you should be eating and what you are eating when it comes to your nutrition. So my recommendation is, if you don't have these in your life, try them for 4 months, and you might turn into any one of them that was saying they're going to try for 4 months, and now it's been years and years. So the person that invited you here, call them and say that you need to get this in your life, right? And this is all based on science. We know that through science, through blood work, and Bob told you because he went to the doctor, what happens in your body. We're not making this up. We know by science through research what happens in the body when you flood your body with this whole food nutrition. So with that being said, I want to thank you all again for being here. And I'm going to turn off the recording, but if there's questions that come up or comments, then we'll